So this drive is optimized with this 4 TB with mini PCs. So when it comes to mini PCs, we're going to be having some really cool, powerful onboard GPUs nowadays with AMD Ryzen series. However, if you're going to be looking into, let's say, a drive like this has been optimized for these, let's say, mini PCs. This is the 6000 model, and I can tell you like the 6, 7 and 8000 model, or even like this new 255H. So the onboard, I think this 780M, if I'm saying it correctly, as this had like the 680M, you know those numbers, I'm just going to be honest, I can brain fart all day over here. But the point is that we're having the onboard GPUs that are that powerful to run actually AAA games, and with emulation we can do some really crazy things. But this drive is actually optimized for these devices. I would say, like, if you're getting, say, one of those mini PCs, get yourself like the latest one, because we also have like the best performance out there. So what is actually important that we're going to be needing to use the fuzz board. So you have like all kinds of different ports, but it's like not convenient. You can see like all of the same color. Yeah, be like for the win. But this older model has like the blue ports, which you can see over here. So I don't understand why they actually like stepped away from this. I loved it. Like, I have like a certain color so you know what kind of speed. Nevertheless, these newer models has most of the time only like super fast port. So let's plug this thing in here. And let's boot it up and let's see what we're getting. And of course, setting it up. First time setup, we're going to be needing a mouse, keyboard and everything. I'm going to be using an Xbox controller or an Xbox 360. The fake ones from AliExpress also work with the image of Chris Coolmod. So let's plug it in and let's connect everything and let's set it up. So if you're going to be configuring this for, let's say, an arcade machine, or you just want to have like a plug and play, we can actually set up this thing into the PC as first boot. So you're not going to be needing your keyboard anymore. So if you have plugged in the 4 TB drive, it will automatically open. If it doesn't do that, let's go into this computer. Let's go there and we can actually see, let's make this a little bit bigger. We can see over here the 4 TB mini, and the first thing that we're going to be doing is actually setting it up, because first of all, and that's something that you need to take consideration, is that you need to go to the Windows one-click gaming driver install. So I think this is just like the most easiest way to actually install everything, but you need to download your AMD or NVIDIA driver separately. So what you need to do is going to the Myst Mini Install for Dummies. So if you're going to be opening it up, you can actually see over here how to install, to actually explain everything for you. But I'm also going to be showing you security exclusion. That is something we're going to be needing to do. So what we need to do is actually setting up all of the protection, I mean excluding actually in this case. So manage settings, what you need to do is go all the way down, having add and remove exclusions, yes please. Add an exclusion, so what you need to do, it's going to be a folder itself. So we're going to be putting the full D image, select folder, and we'll add it to the exclusion. There we go. Took forever, but there it is. So that's the first step, or actually the second step. And then we're going to be having install gaming driver. And this is like super easy. Press yes. And it will install everything from DirectX and all kinds of different files. Super easy, you can do custom, but the most interesting is just express installation. Boop. And that's it. It will start running everything and it will set up everything for you. We can also, if you wanted to go into run auto hotkey, you can do that if you want to. But this way, you're ready to play. You can also double check the installation report. So mine went really fast because I really installed a lot of different stuff. Sometimes it will take some time, but this is actually what's happening. It's going to be installing everything. This is super easy. And you know, this is one of the convenient ways with a drive like this. Otherwise you need to download all manually and it's going to be taking forever to find everything that you need to be installing. So give this thing some time and after that you're ready to go. And of course, if it says installation complete, you know for sure everything is installed and you're ready to go. All of the tiny files you're going to be needing. And now you can go into your RetroBeast and starting it up. Putting it up, clicking on the RetroBeast Mini 4 TB, you can make a shortcut to your desktop if you find that more pleasant actually to use. And if you want to configure this with an arcade, you can actually go into Windows and say that it automatically started this image itself. And there we have the RetroBeast. And let's do a little bit of scrolling through what we can do. Let's do a little bit of a chat. I really love this overall interface. Well, the overall configuration, you know, there is absolutely so much more than the smaller version we have reviewed here on the channel. But the positive thing about this is like this thing is completely, let's say, optimized for these mini PCs. And even having like a 780M, you know, we can do some really cool overall emulation. Yeah, and of course we can play some 16-bit over here without any problem whatsoever. I really love the cover art when it comes to this. But when you're going to be playing a game, everything has been optimized to a certain level so we can play it without any problems. But let's go with the old school stuff. Arcade, let's see what's going on. Beat 'em ups. Oh yeah, 64 Street. I found it a really interesting overall configuration what he did with the arcade games. So they have like different categories, but you can actually see they're having the full arcade machines. And this is pretty cool, so let's go with old school. So here we're having different kind of arcade machines. Favorites, let's see, arcades. 1941. This looks really cool. I must say this is the first time I've ever seen a configuration like this. Oh, that's cool, having like the Neo Geo cabinet. Is it like the, is it not like the MVX of MVSX? 64 Street original. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, even a Street Fighter. So let's see what's going on over here. Oh, this isn't it like the original? Yeah, the first one. Oh, this is really, really awesome. I love it. I kind of really enjoy watching this menu.
Prepare to strike now.
But we already did an overview of all kinds of configurations and what kind of stuff you can play. But what I do love about the way how this operates, you can go up and down over here, having all systems, favorites, and it's very limited. I think they're also having bigger model, like a 24 terabyte, that has had like way more options. This is actually more like a slimmed down version, but I love it if you have like the favorite list. You can make your favorite list here fairly easy and just scroll very quickly. So when it comes to, let's say, playing older stuff, this runs absolutely amazing, of course, because this is completely overkill. So you need to take consideration if you want to play these old school games. You know, you don't really need such a crazy, I can't say that over the top, let's say, setup with a 4 terabyte drive. It's absolutely cool addition that's actually on here, but still, you can play this like on simple plug and play sticks for 50 bucks. But yeah, this is a machine that we're going to be using for some higher end emulation. I love it how they implement the bezel and everything. Also, he implemented, I say, this weird pixel, say filter over it. Not like the blurry filter that you have seen before. Oh, Alien and Hominid is such a cool game. It's absolutely amazing that they just ported this to the Game Boy Advance back in the day. I don't know if it's still visual appealing if you're going to be having this like on a massive 55 or 50 plus inches of screen. But I just want to do a quick gameplay of the GBA. I must say this overall port of Alien Hominid is pretty good. I've played this so much on my PlayStation 2. And if you go back, let's press select and start. And you can see that everything runs really smoothly and really good. But let's go a little bit further into the list. You know, when it comes to this, I think Sega Dreamcast, that's the stuff that we need to test out. The simple reason because this is the stuff that is normally like really difficult to play on $50, like say configurations. But you know, but with a device like this, we can do like full 4K emulation and everything else. And this is where you're going to be spending some money on getting this set up. So in the main review of this mini PC. We already did some testing of, let's say, some Sega Dreamcast. You know, how you can play this on the higher resolution. I was actually testing it out with Redream. I don't know what it's actually going to be running with. So we do have so many different ways to play, but I'm guessing he's going to be using Redream also. But emulation performance Sega Dreamcast is not a problem. If you're going to be pressing the Xbox button, you're going to be having the option to go into the Redream emulator. And indeed, he's using Redream. And we can make a save file if you want to. So that's pretty cool. But emulators are absolutely a pain to actually play. Our GameCube, for example, with the Dolphin emulator. You know, and these will run without any problems too. Hey, Alien Hominid, how many times did they actually ported that game? Battle State UN is such a cool game. One of the games I love to test out, but this runs absolutely full speed. And if you don't want to spend like a lot of money on, let's say, the latest B-Link or another device, you can get yourself like the 7000 series. I would not expect any problems here. And if you're going to be playing some Wii U, that is actually possible, because also this runs pretty sweet. Let's go! So this is one of the games that I actually like missed out back in the day on Wii U. I later purchased like this game on the Wii U itself. I think that's such a cool overall experience that we can play Tekken. Man, the roster of the characters are insane. Like an old classic Heihachi, Devil Jin, Jin itself. Let's go with Kazuya! Get ready for the next battle. Hey, 1 against 2. That's cheating! Ha, I love this arcade mode, you know. But you can see this runs full speed, and it's kind of funny. It's like when you're looking at the numbers, you can actually see that it is not even hitting 100%. So this thing is not even struggling at all with playing some Wii U emulation. So the overall library of Wii U is not perfect. Let's see if it still starts glitching. So one of the systems that's such a cool thing to actually have in this is going to be the Xbox Classic. Vibrator motor seems to be implemented too. Everything works like it's supposed to be. Somehow like on revert to save. No. Oh man. We have reverted controls. That's horrible. But the point is actually like everything runs pretty smooth on a really nice high resolution. And Xbox is something you're going to be seeing more and more, but we're going to be needing a little bit more power nowadays than having those cheap Chinese things. And of course there is so much more we can play, but let's get back into the main menu. Let's see, so we also have it on Xbox 360. But Xbox 360 is another platform that had an upgrade with this 4TB edition. You know, it's still difficult to actually, let's say, add a lot of different games to it with a simple reason, because, you know, these things take up so much space, but he tried actually to have like a top 5.
Okay, let's go.
And as you can see, it runs full speed. It's not going to be even a problem playing this on the mini PC itself. And I think the most important question is, does it actually run Doom? Yep, we can play Doom. Let's go with full nightmare mode. Holy crap, that's indeed nightmare. Just freaking die! Oh, that's insane. Like the first part already having like freaking shotguns. Let's see what's going on. And with PlayStation Classic we got maximum mode over here because we can just get this on the highest resolution settings with the onboard 780M. And I think that is such a cool addition. If you don't really care about upscaling and so, you know, it's not going to be an overall fun thing that you want to have. You can play this like on a simple system nowadays. But I think the upscaling is absolutely great when it comes to playing the PlayStation 1 games. This is seriously like absolutely like memory lane. Ace Combat with an epic intro, but also having the very cool soundtracks to it. And that's very interesting tune that we're going to be selecting through the, let's say, the title screen. This is a tune you can even hear in a lot of music. But emulation performance is of course no problem. You can see it's not even hitting like 50% or whatever. So this is like super easy. What I liked about this game is that you can actually like buy a new aircraft and just play through the missions. I already picked up an extra one over here. Got frame dip! F4. Let's go. Cool music. Amazing overall, let's say, just gameplay with adding or buying new like airplanes or jet fighters. That was such a cool thing. Loading time, loading time. I wanted to bring you with the full experience. Loading time, loading time. It's like shedding your pants. Okay, but you're getting the point. There was a rocket. Okay, that was the machine gun. Okay, there we go. You just missed. Which one is getting closer? There's some minor dips. It makes me wonder like what's going on over there. Can I shoot him? Can I shoot him? Can I shoot him? Yeah, I want to shoot him with the machine gun. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Haha. Okay, there we go. That's lower. That's lower. Let's go. I'm behind him. I'm behind him. Fire rocket one. Bingo! And of course PlayStation 3, an amazing system with an extremely cool overall library of games. And you can just play them. So it's kind of limited, like a small collection, but this is have to do because normally if you're going to be having a lot of PlayStation games, they take up a crazy amount of space. So in this case, if you want to have like a crazy amount of the games stored, you need to have like the bigger overall collection. But it's more like this slim, simple edition with a couple of games. And compiling will take not a lot of time actually, and that's because of the power of the AMD Ryzen. PlayStation Portable, another system that we have been struggling on the say cheap game boxes, but now, you know, with a mini PC like this, we can just play it on the high resolution. We can make a quick load, quick save over here. You know what's kind of funny? You know, that it actually have been modified to, let's say, a different resolution with a simple reason because he actually wanted to have this playable on systems that are like less power. But I just wanted to showcase, we're going to be going into the full 10 times resolution very quickly and it runs without any problem. Take consideration, you can just use this on like a lower end, let's say mini PC. And that's actually where he was aiming for. But I just wanted to showcase with my 780M onboard GPU, we can play PlayStation Portable with maximum resolution. Woohoo! Come on, bring it on. Fly along. A difficult platform is Sega Saturn, and I can tell you with emulation, you know, we will have no problem whatsoever on here. So it do make me wonder, is there like an entire arcade? So there will be concessions most of the time with having so many different platforms. You can see there's not a lot of stuff on here. And this is just simply because, you know, we need to make concessions. And that is one of them. So Sega Saturn, I think you're going to be finding this more often on the 24 terabyte. So I find it really interesting, and I mean, when you're going to be looking at, let's say, a 4 terabyte option, we do have like limitation, with a simple reason because we don't have like an extremely amount of, let's say, storage for everything. There is so much nowadays that we can play, and particularly if we're going to be looking into a mini PC.